So spring is awakening, and Go Away are definitely going to be awakening our senses at Eurovision in Rotterdam. We're back for another Voxx Verdict. It's Ukraine. We're going to talk about their song and their performance and let you guys know what we think. So, Clara, I'm going to come to you first because I know you quite well, and I'm not sure where you'll be with this one. So, what are you thinking of Ukraine's song this year?
I actually really like it. I think it's like a crazy carnival, ethno-techno, folk techno dance song, and I'm blown away by the mix of both very polarizing music sounds and how well they blend together, how the build up to the end where they just speed it builds up so well and so naturally. And I love the contrast of this very fairy inspired season spirit of the forest lyrics that the song has. So I think it's a beautiful mix of every element, and that goes really well together.
Lydia?
I love SHUM. It's a great song. I basically love the whole of Go Away's discography because honestly I've never even thought that I would like folk music mixed with electronic music so much, but here I am. SHUM makes me want to dance, and with the beat drop it just makes me want to like go crazy and just be all over the place. It's an amazing like club and party song, I think. I also absolutely love the use of folk song lyrics in the original version, and the fact that they mentioned Весняnochko, which is the type of a folk song that they used in the original version, is pretty fun too. I like the reference. However, like opposed to last year with Solovey, when I was like fairly certain that the song would translate well to the audience, I'm not sure about this year this much. It's kind of like the same situation as with the Russia. You wouldn't know because it's so different that it's kind of like can be hard to process. I did show this song to one of the casual viewers, and he said, well, there always has to be one. And when I asked him what he meant by that, he said, well, that's a joke entry, right? And while I wanted to fight him right there and there, I kind of can see the song being like, you either hate it or love it. I think the staging can make it or break it. So I do hope that they keep their 100 qualification record, because this is not a song to not qualify with.
No, I agree. I freaking love this song. And I think Go Away probably had one of the toughest jobs in following up their entry from 2020, because everyone seemed to fall in love with Solovey, but it's one of those songs that people will either love it or hate it. There's not going to be any in the middle. So to follow up a song like that and have the same success as they did with Solovey would be very, very difficult. But I think they've found the right formula. I have to be honest that when I heard the kind of revamp or the part 2 version that's going to Eurovision, I felt that it had lost something initially, but now I've grown to love it just as much as the part 1. And the good thing is that most of the people that will be seeing it on the Eurovision stage won't have any idea about the original version of the song. But for me, it's so atmospheric. I think it's very clever how they fuse like the kind of the Ukrainian folk tradition with the electronica music. It could sound really tacky, but for me it doesn't. It sounds really very classy. Her voice is everything. I mean, it's, you know, she's got these spine-tingling vocals that, you know, I've tried to do it in the shower, and there's not a hope in hell that I'm not going to be able to recreate that. And I love how the song builds. Then we've got towards the before it starts going all wild, we've got this kind of like little drop and this ding now and this clap that they've put in that I think will be very effective on stage. and then it builds and builds and builds and builds and builds, speeds up, which is something that we don't often see in a Eurovision song these days. And I think that's going to come across very, very well on stage. I'm really excited to see how they light this entry, because that was one of the things that worked with Solveig for me in their Vidmir performance, was the lighting was so effective, and I hope they have something very similar with their performance. We did try and find out from them what the staging was going to look like, but it's all big secret. So but I'm, this song really excites me. I would be absolutely distraught if this doesn't qualify through to the final, because I think what they're doing is fantastic, and I love them as a band. And yes, Lydia, I would echo what you say and tell people to go back and listen to some of the other stuff that they've done as well. So, ladies, as always, we're going to have to rate this. Clara, let's come to you first.
I really like it. It's crazy. It's an explosion of music, feeling, fun, tradition, all put in like a cocktail mixer and throw it into our face. And I like that, and I enjoy this kind of music.
Lydia.
Well, I obviously gave it a like. It's an amazing song. It is an experience. You have to understand it.
I like how you put it, an experience, indeed.
Yeah, and it will be an experience. I think it's going to be like a 3-minute kind of hardcore experience when you're watching it on stage, and that's what I can't wait to see. And I've said it already, I freaking love the song, guys. So there we go. As always, we need to mix our votes in with the rest of the Voxx squad who have been voting for this song. And yeah, well, pretty unanimously, people seem to be liking it. We've got 9 fuegos, we've got 5 loves, 9 likes. So Voxx squad is definitely on board with Ukraine's entry this year. But guys, we might have got it wrong. We'd love to know what you think of Ukraine's chances this year. So drop your comments down below. Otherwise, go to our Facebook page, give us a like there, tweet us on Twitter, and find us on Instagram. Until next time, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.